Hi everyone. So today we are going to be applying mermaid scales to a glass wine, stemless wine glass. And this is a pretty tedious adventure you're about to unfold. So basically we have our wine glass. And we've already teardropped it. I will have another video posted on how to teardrop wine glasses, but we have a base for it. I also have printed off mermaid scales. So these are single applications. You're gonna have to do it one after the other. There's different ways to do mermaid scales, and this is just the way I do it. So let's get started on our journey. Let's see here. So basically what I do is I teardrop it so that there basically is a starting point for the scales. So we have two here, and our starting points are going to be at the top. And let's get started. So we have one applicator here for the mermaid scale. Sorry, I'm going to move you guys so that it's a little bit easier to see, hopefully. There we go. So, and we are going to apply it to the top. It's kind of hard to show you guys. Oh, God. And we're going to apply it a lot. Now, this is directly on glitter. So there's a little, how do I put it? It's a lot less easier than just applying it straight to epoxy because there's a lot more steps we have to do with glitter rather than putting it straight onto the epoxied finish. So basically that's just something that you're gonna have to learn as you go basically, but that's okay. So I'm redoing these because the last one I did not match up quite right like I wanted. So we are redoing them so they look great. So you just kind of keep going down. You want to start with one and then just keep going. You want to meet them in the middle as you can see in your video right now. On your second row, you want to make sure that they meet in the middle of the bottom scale. As you can see right here, you just want to make sure they meet in the middle, and that's how you'll get good scale finishes. And since this is directly on glitter, your vinyl is not going to stay down as precise if it was going to on a smooth surface. So just be careful that your scales are perfect, that everything you're doing, unfortunately, has to be close to perfect on these items, just because you are working with something that's not fully adhered to your surface. So you just want to make sure. When you're going on your third, you want to make sure that it's in the middle here. So it looks like a mermaid scale, and then you're going to add some more over here. But you're kind of just basically getting that pattern down. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, she's putting them individually. If you're new at this, it is definitely easier to do this individually than welding them together in your program. Just so that you have the ease of changing things and making updates to them as you work on it. So that is a one huge bonus about doing it individually. If you are new at this and you want to try it, it's definitely a lot easier to do individually than it is trying to cheat at it, which is like welding it or doing it in a huge line, which I do sometimes. But for this video purpose, we are just doing this as I would anything else. It does take more time, but you know, it's one of those things where you want it right and you don't want it looking all funky. funky like. So as we move to our fourth row, we are going to meet these in the middle again. Once again, we're meeting them in the middle. So the middle here and the middle here. So you want it very flush. And we're not done with this row yet. We're almost done. Not quite. So we want those little tiny pieces right here. Don't forget those, because those are what goes with the pattern of your wine glass. Got that there. And we're just going to keep going at it with each one. I'm making this one look exactly like the one on the screen right now. Nothing special or fancy, just doing the same technique as I would that one. So you're just going to keep doing this. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. We're just meeting it in the middle, and I'm building it right now. Let's see here. Oh, and I have my X-Acto knife. Please be careful if you're using an X-Acto knife. They are sharp. I always recommend to use tweezers if you're going to do it. And you just keep going, you guys. It's once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Go. So far, now I'm going to do this row. And it's basically like the teardrop has taken a scale pattern. That's what we're kind of aiming for right now. Which is good because you kind of want it to look stamped out of there. And if you make a mistake, just be careful when you're lifting up the vinyl to correct it, because all the vinyl pieces will come up if you're doing it on top of glitter, because it doesn't have a smooth surface to hold on to. So it's basically holding on to itself at this point. So you just want to be super careful if you do mess up to just make sure that you don't pull all of it up accidentally, because I have done that before. You just want to keep going at it. This definitely does not take as long as it does with a tumbler doing it this way. Yes. We're just going to keep going. Keep going. All right. Just keep going, guys. It's a pretty tedious pattern, I'm not gonna lie, but it's totally worth it to get the look we're going for. So one more here for this row. This is where you should be so far. I'm just gonna put that right there. And then we're gonna go back to this one. And you just kind of, you know, just to kind of switch it up, you can just go back and forth if you want. No big deal. I like to go back and forth personally, just to kind of switch it up a bit. There we go. And if you have any questions, feel free to throw down a comment on the YouTube channel, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm new at using YouTube, so if you don't, you can feel free to tag me in any of the groups that we're a part of. Just tag me in it, ask me questions. There we go. So we're almost done. You can do the whole teardrop. You can do a half of your teardrop. It does not matter. It just depends upon what look you want to go for. So we're almost done. We're halfway there. We're at the halfway mark. So if you are with me right now, check your phone out. Sorry, people are messaging me right now. Check your phone out, take a sip of water, take a little break. This definitely takes patience. Patience is your virtue with mermaid tail or mermaid scales. If you vape, take a vape or smoke break. Nothing wrong with that. All right, now we're gonna continue. This is what I do every time I do this. I always take a little vape break. And just want to continue. My little guy just woke up. But anyways, since my little guy woke up, I'm going to leave this here. You can continue all the way down if you want. You can leave it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it all the way down. So that's how I do mermaid scales, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.